Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Brev. Welcome to another MLB The Show 20 video. Today we're going to be going over all the new content that has dropped in MLB The Show 20 today. Pretty exciting stuff. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more content. I post a ton of it, and drop a like on the video. It helps me out a ton. So we got a lot going on today. They updated the background of the screen to be the flags from the World Series trophy, which is super cool. I'm a big fan. We also have events and new Tops Now cards, and all these cards are definitely worth talking about. This is some exciting stuff. Let me hide my face cam really quick. First of all, this event is going to be the postseason event, so it's going to be running during the length of the playoffs. They do this every year. Today is the first one. You can see the restrictions there, max team 96, so basically no restrictions if you nerf your bullpen a little bit. It's on all-star and 6-inning games, and you're locked at Dodger Stadium, which is pretty cool. The 6-inning games all-star really is going to help with prestige grinding as well as the team restrictions. So I wanted to talk about this. The way these playoff events work is that they narrow down the teams every round of the playoffs to go along with real life. So the first round is going to have all 16 teams players eligible in the event. You can see them here. We got the Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays, and so on. So this first week is a really good opportunity to be grinding prestiges, especially with the 6-inning games, which helps with the pitchers a ton. Really big fan of that. As we go further in the playoffs, there will be less and less teams eligible for the roster, so it'll be harder and harder to grind prestiges. So my advice, if you're going to grind this event, which you probably should, I would try to do it in the wild card and division series rounds before we're down to just 4 teams. So that's my advice. But let's get into the rewards. The rewards are really good. First, we got this 99 Strasburg. They gave him a sinker instead of a 2-seam this year. This is a flashback postseason card from last year, obviously when he won World Series MVP. This card last year was pretty bad, honestly. He looks great on paper, but for some reason his delivery is just really easy to pick up. He pitches out of the stretch. I didn't have a good time trying to fool people with this guy last year. So proceed with caution. Does look good on paper though, so maybe worth giving another shot this year. But this card's probably going to be bad in my opinion. Next, onto the 40-win rewards, we got this 99 Will Clark, which is a very interesting card for me in that it's one of the rare times where I don't really know how this card's going to play. Super cool card, but in my history of playing MLB The Show competitively, I can't remember we've ever gotten a Will Clark card this high of overall. I don't really know what his swing's like. I don't really know if he gets shifted. Obviously the attributes look pretty good on paper. He's going to have gold fielding at first base with better splits against righties. Could be a sneaky good card. Obviously first base, a really deep position, but definitely a cool part to throw in there. Should mention as well, I forgot to say with Strasburg, he is a postseason card, so he'll count towards the postseason collection for Mike Trout, but you should probably still be staying away from the postseason collection for Trout for the time being. It's just way too expensive and you don't get to use any of the cards really. So that's my advice. Will Clark, super cool card though. We'll be trying him out. And at 50 wins, this is the golden boy of the event. Wow, this card. This card is probably the best reliever in the game now, and it's I don't know, he has every single thing you could want out of a closing pitcher except for control, but you can't really have it all. I mean, this card, where do I start? 41 stamina is some of the highest stamina in the game for a closing pitcher, including prestige players. Almost maxed out per 9s. Almost maxed out pitching clutch. Those two together are what determine the size of your opponent's PCI, so it's basically going to be as small as possible. And he's got the 99 velo, 99 break. He's got the 4-seam, sinker, slurve, and changeup. Goose's slurve does get up to 89 miles an hour and has a ton of break. But the best part of this card, the reason I think he's going to be just insane, probably the best relief pitcher in the game, is because of his quirks. He does get Outlier 1, and he does not get Outlier 2, which is an absolutely massive dub, as I tweeted earlier. That means the speed differential between his 4-seam and sinker is going to be way bigger than if he had Outlier on his sinker or if he had no Outlier at all. It's really, really good. His 4-seam's going to hit 102. His sinker's going to stay down at 95. On top of the slurve and changeup, this is a right-handed closing pitcher that can get lefties out very effectively with all 4 of his pitches, really. This card is insane. I can't stress how good this card is. I was shocked when I saw him. Obviously, he's got the same attributes as last year, but last year he came out like a month before the new game, and Outlier wasn't a thing. So this card is just next level. this year. Talk about Goose's price just very quickly. You do have a very long time to grind these rewards, almost a month, but if you can help it, I would definitely try to grind for this card instead of buying him. If you do want to buy him, definitely wait until like the Championship Series or World Series rounds where his price has dropped a little bit from supply. Long story short, you guys are going to need to pick this card up before the event ends. This card has everything in me telling me that he is going to just absolutely spike in price for the rest of the year once this event is over. Top tier reliever that you can't get anymore. You guys have seen what happened to Mariano Rivera's price since the inning program ended. It's like 250% of where it was when the program was going on. I expect to see similar things with this card. I think if you're going to have the best bullpen in the game, this card's going to be in there the rest of the year. This card is just insane. So grind for him. He's probably going to be expensive. If you have to buy him, wait until the 3rd or 4th week. But regardless of how you get him, make sure you get him before this event ends, or you are going to be paying a hefty fee for that decision. So overall, if you are going to grind for him, like I said, try to do it in the first 2 weeks when a lot of teams are eligible. I like to think of event games as kind of an opportunity to prestige cards. That's what I use it for. You could just throw the best players out there too and try to win as fast as possible, but yeah, I'm going to be grinding this hard. I'm excited. Let's get into the Tops Now stuff, which is equally as exciting, if not more. So there is a free pack in the store where we are right now. You can go pick up this pack for free, 0 stubs, and it's going to contain 2 of the 4 new Tops Now players in the game that were dropped today, and this is good stuff. These cards. First of all, Alex Gordon celebrating his retirement. Super happy to see this card. No third base secondary is a little disappointing. I wanted to see how he played at third. His SIG series card had a third base secondary last year, so that's a bit of a bummer, but easily the best Alex Gordon card we've ever had in the game. Almost maxed out contact versus right, and just really good defense aside from the speed. This speed is a little bit of a bummer. That's why I wish he had third base secondary, but super cool card, 98 overall to celebrate his retirement from the league. Love to see it. Next is gonna be one of the glitchiest cards in the game. I mean, this card is just ridiculous. We already know Mark Canha has one of the best swings in the entire game. He's an auto pick in BR and Showdown right now. They went ahead and gave this man better hitting stats than MVP Donaldson, and he can play everywhere but catcher, shortstop, and second base. And he's gonna have gold fielding in center field. I don't know if I'd play him in center field with 58 speed. I don't know if I'd play him in the outfield at all, but first base, third base, don't sleep on this guy as a top tier option in the game because his swing is just so amazing. Very Buxton-y swing, and you guys know how much I love Byron Buxton, so ridiculous card. Then we got Jordan Luplow from the Indians. Basically a bench bat, I guess, or it's a pretty good platoon option. Also has a third base secondary. Also would get gold fielding at third base, so something to keep in mind there. He does hit righties not well enough for me to start, obviously, especially at being at the deep positions that he's at, but really not a bad card at all. They've really juiced the Tops Now cards this year. And finally, the cream of the crop, Garrett Crochet. I think it's pronounced Crochet. Let me know in the comments. Billy Wagner 2.0. This card, wow. Same repertoire. Changeup's a little harder than Billy Wagner's. He's got less stamina than Billy Wagner. He's got slightly less per nines than Billy Wagner, but overall, basically the same card. And he gets Outlier 1, so his fastball is going to be coming 102 from the left side. This guy was throwing absolute heat in real life. Super fun to watch. This card is off the charts. Easily slides into a top 3 left-handed reliever spot in the game, in my opinion, right now. Just, he's basically 99 Billy Wagner. I don't know how else to put it. Everybody's going to be talking about this card today, but I need to talk about him too. Yes, Billy Wagner is still slightly better than this card, but it's closer than you might think. And you obviously can use both of them if you so desire. Another market thing with this Crochet, if you're not going to pick him out of your free pack for some reason, you should definitely buy him off the market before the free pack is gone. This card is a prime candidate to just shoot up in price when he rotates out of packs. Also, if you're planning on doing the next monthly awards, you will need these Topps Now cards, so you should pick 2 and buy 2 out of this and just make sure you have them now, because their prices are going to be the lowest right now. And you're probably going to need to collect as many as we did last month, which is 35 of them, so you'll probably need all 4 of these, just as a heads up. But specifically with Crochet, because he's going to be so good and usable in game and fitting a really nice niche in the meta, he could really get up to like 15-20k after he cycles out of packs. I'm going to be investing hard in this card, as I'm sure many other people will be, so invest at your own risk, but I'm picking up at least 10 of this dude. It's gonna be a moneymaker for sure. Something to go over before we end the video as well, we're in the Prestige Program screen, just to go over some recent cards that are eligible for the first event that you can grind some prestiges with. Pearson, Gehrig, and Kershaw are the only ones that have come out recently. Unfortunately, no Trout, no Harper. Walter Johnson is eligible, Frank Thomas is eligible, but I wanted to mention that basically every pitcher that's relevant in the meta, their Prestige program is eligible for this event, aside from one guy who I'm blanking on now, Outlier. Outlier's not eligible, but if you are looking to grind Prestige pitchers with these 6-inning games, and you're probably going to want Goose Gossage anyway, I think now is the time. I'm going to be working on Pearson, unfortunately, because I think it'd be cool. We'll see how far I get with that. Kershaw as well, and I'll try to grind Gehrig too, I suppose. We'll see how many games it takes me to get to 50 wins. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video. Let me know down in the comments section below who you're taking out of your Topps Now pack, and what your plans are for the postseason event. Super cool stuff. If you have made it this far in the video, be sure to comment as well. Can we please get a Lightning Freddie Freeman? Would love to read that in the comments section. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support this year. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.